The Soviet Union's journey into the atomic age began in the 1940s. World War II had just ended, and the world was grappling with the devastating power of the atomic bomb. The Soviet Union, under the leadership of Joseph Stalin, was determined to catch up to the United States. The Soviets knew that possessing nuclear weapons was crucial for their security and global standing. Soviet scientists, engineers, and spies worked tirelessly to unlock the secrets of the atom. They were led by the brilliant physicist Igor Kurchatov, who would become known as the father of the Soviet atomic bomb. They faced immense challenges, including limited resources and the constant threat of espionage. On August 29, 1949, the Soviet Union shocked the world by successfully testing its first atomic bomb, known as RDS-1. The test, conducted at the Semipalatinsk test site in Kazakhstan, shattered the American monopoly on nuclear weapons. The world watched nervously as the balance of power shifted. The successful test of RDS-1 marked the beginning of the Cold War's nuclear arms race. It was a defining moment in the 20th century, setting the stage for decades of geopolitical tension and the terrifying possibility of nuclear war. The Cold War was a period of intense rivalry and mistrust between the United States and the Soviet Union. Both superpowers amassed vast nuclear arsenals, each capable of annihilating the other many times over. The arms race led to the development of increasingly powerful and sophisticated weapons, from thermonuclear bombs to intercontinental ballistic missiles, or ICBMs. The doctrine of mutually assured destruction, or MAD, emerged, a chilling reality where neither side could win a nuclear war. The government poured vast resources into the military-industrial complex, often at the expense of the civilian economy. The collapse of the Soviet Union in 1991 marked a turning point for the country's nuclear program. Russia inherited the bulk of the Soviet nuclear arsenal and a vast network of nuclear power plants. The transition to a market economy presented challenges and opportunities for the nuclear industry. A pressing issue was the safety and security of nuclear weapons and materials. The international community worked with Russia to enhance security measures. Despite challenges, Russia remained committed to nuclear power as a key energy source. Russia also exported its nuclear expertise to countries developing their own programs. The 1990s and 2000s saw Russia modernize its nuclear power plants and develop new reactor designs. No discussion of Russian nuclear power would be complete without acknowledging the Chernobyl disaster of 1986. This catastrophic event, which occurred at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant in Ukraine, then part of the Soviet Union, had a profound impact on the development and perception of nuclear energy worldwide. The Chernobyl disaster was the result of a flawed reactor design and human error. The explosion and subsequent fire released massive amounts of radioactive material into the atmosphere, contaminating a vast area and causing widespread health problems. The disaster highlighted the potential dangers of nuclear power and the importance of robust safety regulations. In the aftermath of Chernobyl, the Soviet Union implemented a number of safety improvements at its remaining nuclear power plants. The country also participated in international efforts to strengthen nuclear safety standards and improve emergency response capabilities. The Chernobyl disaster served as a stark reminder of the devastating consequences that can result from a nuclear accident. Section 5. The rise of Rosatom, consolidating the industry. In the early 21st century, Russia took steps to consolidate its nuclear industry under the umbrella of a new state-owned corporation, Rosatom. Established in 2007, Rosatom is responsible for all aspects of Russia's nuclear industry, from uranium mining and enrichment to nuclear power plant construction and operation. Rosatom's creation reflects the strategic importance of the nuclear industry to Russia. The corporation has played a key role in modernizing Russia's nuclear arsenal and expanding its civilian nuclear power program. Rosatom has also become a major player in the global nuclear market, exporting Russian nuclear technology and expertise to countries around the world. Under Rosatom's leadership, Russia has emerged as a leading advocate for nuclear power on the global stage. The corporation has promoted the use of nuclear energy as a clean and reliable source of electricity, particularly in the context of climate change. Rosatom has also positioned itself as a reliable partner for countries seeking to develop their own nuclear energy programs. Section 6. Exporting expertise. Russia's nuclear ambitions abroad. Russia has become a major player in the global nuclear market, exporting its expertise and technology to countries around the world. Rosatom has signed agreements to build nuclear power plants in countries including China, India, Turkey, and Egypt. These projects have strengthened Russia's economic and geopolitical ties with these countries. Russia's nuclear exports have not been without controversy. Some Western countries have expressed concerns about the potential security implications of Russia's growing influence in the global nuclear market. They argue that Russia's nuclear exports could contribute to the proliferation of nuclear weapons technology. Despite these concerns, Russia has continued to pursue an ambitious nuclear export strategy. The country sees nuclear power as a key tool for extending its geopolitical influence and securing its energy security. Russia's nuclear exports have also provided a much-needed boost to its economy. Section 7. The new generation modernizing nuclear power plants. Russia has been at the forefront of developing new nuclear reactor designs that prioritize safety and efficiency. These Generation 3+ reactors incorporate advanced safety features and are designed to be more resistant to accidents. One example is the VVER 1200 reactor, which is currently in operation at several power plants in Russia and abroad. The VVER 1200 features a double containment structure and a passive heat removal system, which allows the reactor to cool down safely in the event of a loss of coolant accident. Russia is also developing Generation 4 reactors, which are expected to be even safer and more efficient than current designs. These reactors will use different types of coolants and fuels, and some will be able to recycle spent nuclear fuel, reducing the amount of nuclear waste produced. Section 8. Safety and Security. Addressing international concerns. Russia has taken steps to address international concerns about the safety and security of its nuclear facilities. The country has implemented stricter safety regulations and enhanced security measures at its nuclear power plants. Russia has also been actively involved in international efforts to combat nuclear terrorism and prevent the proliferation of nuclear weapons. Following the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear disaster in Japan in 2011, Russia conducted stress tests on its nuclear power plants to assess their resilience to extreme events, such as earthquakes and tsunamis. The tests showed that Russian nuclear power plants are generally well protected against such events. Russia has also been working to improve its nuclear waste management practices. The country is developing new technologies for the processing and disposal of nuclear waste, and is exploring the possibility of building underground repositories for high-level radioactive waste. Section 9. The geopolitics of Russian nuclear power in the 21st century. Nuclear power continues to play a significant role in Russia's geopolitical strategy. The country's vast nuclear arsenal remains a key deterrent against foreign aggression, and its growing nuclear energy industry provides it with significant leverage in international affairs. Russia's nuclear capabilities have become particularly relevant in the context of rising global tensions and the resurgence of great power competition. Russia has demonstrated its willingness to use its nuclear power to project power and advance its interests, as seen in its actions in Ukraine and Syria. The future of Russian nuclear power is likely to be shaped by a number of factors, including global energy demand, technological advancements, and geopolitical developments. Russia is well positioned to remain a major player in the global nuclear market for the foreseeable future. Section 10. Looking ahead. The future of Russian nuclear energy. The future of Russian nuclear power is bright. Russia has ambitious plans to expand its nuclear energy program domestically and internationally. The country is investing heavily in research and development of new nuclear technologies, including small modular reactors, or SMRs, and Generation 4 reactors. SMRs, in particular, are seen as a promising technology for providing clean and reliable energy to remote areas and developing countries. Russia is also exploring the use of nuclear power for non-energy applications, such as hydrogen production and desalination. Despite the challenges facing the nuclear industry, such as public perception and waste disposal, Russia remains committed to nuclear power as a key element of its energy strategy. The country's vast experience, technological prowess, and geopolitical ambitions suggest that Russia will continue to be a major player in the global nuclear landscape for many years to come.